So going back to this original problem, we are going to solve the other equation, 3x minus y equals 10. We will pick the same values for x. Substituting in the first value, 3 times negative 1 minus y equals 10. That's going to be negative 3 minus y equals 10. We're going to add 3 to both sides. The 3's cancel out. We have negative y equals 13. And when we move the negative sign over to the answer, y equals negative 13. Setting up our second problem, 3 times 0 minus y equals 10. 0 minus y equals 10. We have negative y equals 10, and y equals negative 10 when we move the negative sign over. Our third of 4 problems, 3 times 1 minus y equals 10. So that's 3 minus y equals 10. We'll subtract 3 from both sides. The 3's on the left cancel out. And we get negative y equals 7. We move that negative sign over. And we get y equals negative 7. And then for the fourth one, we have 3 times 2 minus y equals 10. 6 minus y equals 10. Subtract that 6 from both sides. The 6's on the left cancel out. And negative y equals 4. We move that negative sign over. And we get y equals negative 4. So on this slide, we take our 3x minus y equals 10, and we fill in our table. So we'll go back and get the rest of those values, negative 7 and negative 4. And we will put these 4 points on the graph as well. So the first value is at negative 1, negative 13. So we, on our graph, go over to negative 1 and down to 13, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. And we put our first dot at negative 1, negative 13. Our second point is at 0, negative 10. Our third dot is at 1 over 1, down 7. And our fourth dot is at 2, negative 4. And I apologize for the board not being exactly aligned like it normally is. And we will put a line in our graph, like so. And you should use a ruler to connect those dots. And again, we have a line that goes through those 4 points, and we've created a line. Linear equations in 2 variables are equations that create lines. Your work today involves you solving for the variable y and setting up 4 little math problems to find 4 points to put on a graph, and this is what the graph looks like. There is quite a bit of work for each one of the problems you're going to do. You should use graph paper and box paper, and your homework is on pages 378 to 379, 12 to 50, the evens.